Hey everybody, it's Chrissy Q. Rollins here. I am hopping on live, so I'm going to give just a couple minutes for people to jump on. So just hang with me while I get settled in here and let a couple other people join us, okay? Stay tuned. Just hang tight. I'm going to be sharing with you three of the top things, challenges, situations that hold conscious business owners back from the success that they can experience and how to overcome them. And I really felt called to bring you this video because month after month, the very first week of every month in the Consciouspreneur Club, I offer the 5-day Transform Fear into Confidence Challenge. And I realized I'm not telling you guys what this challenge is all about. So I wanted to have an opportunity to drop some really great information on you, give you a little overview of what the challenge is about so you can know, is it for you and should you take it on? And I'm also having my lunch. I don't know how people plan their day to get all their nutrition in traditional food. I don't. I kind of take the easy route and get my nutrients in from a very qualified superfood source. So if anybody wants to simplify their eating habits, definitely hit me up around that. It's not part of my everyday conversation, but it is something that I am about. So you're going to see me sip my shake while we meet today. So basically, I'm going to go ahead and get us rolling here. Basically, it was on my heart to share what the three top challenges are for conscious entrepreneurs and how you can overcome those challenges. What I have found, this is my 11th year in business. I'm Chrissy Key Rollins for you who are watching this that don't know me already. This is my 11th year in business. So over the years, I have seen entrepreneurs come and go. I have seen amazing people with amazing services not figure out a way, the way that we usually say it, figure out a way to make their businesses work. So they have either struggled to make a consistent income or had to quit and stick with their day jobs or go back to a day job. And I am extremely passionate about helping anybody who has a calling for something more in their life and to bring some sort of good or service to the masses that they feel like has genuinely impacted their life for the better. I am all about helping you to get aligned with that mission and help you to get, as the kids say these days, out of your own way so that you can take the action that you want to take. But what's interesting is that it's not even about getting out of your own way. That's kind of an old paradigm model. What I am about is not about getting yourself out of the way because you're a problem and you're the reason that things aren't working. Really what I'm about is helping you to connect to your inner self, to understand and be able to follow your own intuition and to bring all of yourself, to infuse the whole of you into the work that you do so that your business can just be a side effect of your fullest expression in this world. So it's a little bit different approach. And over the years, right now my focus is on intuitive mindset and self-healing coaching for conscious entrepreneurs. So you can learn how to heal yourself in order to experience success in your business. And I found that there were three top things that just stop conscious entrepreneurs in our tracks. And these three things are really, when it all comes down to it, the things that will make or break us in our business. So the first thing that I noticed with conscious entrepreneurs, and I have worked with dozens of you, and I have also interviewed dozens and dozens more to find out what really your top challenges are so that we could start addressing these and see how we can unlock what's going on inside of you so that these challenges are just no longer a challenge for you. Or at least whenever challenges arrive, you feel equipped and confident and have a process for working your way through them. And welcome to whoever just joined in live. I'm excited to have you here. If you have any comments, feel free to, join in the conversation. I'd love to keep this conversation going. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for the love, sweetie. I'm glad that you're here. So the top three challenges that I find with conscious entrepreneurs, number one by far, and I think that majority of you are really going to be able to relate to this. We have a fear, and it's not just any fear. It's really particular, specific fears. Our main fears are around sounding salesy are coming across like we care more about us making money than helping the other person. We don't like or really fit the mold of your typical salesperson or business person. And so we have a real fear of coming across sounding too salesy or feeling slimy whenever we make that offer, or just, we start to squirm whenever it comes to sales. Very, very common fear that we have. So we don't like to sound salesy. We really have a fear around what other people will think of us. What will they think if all of a sudden we're promoting a product or representing ourselves as a business person? What are other people going to think of us? And fundamentally, I think the majority of us humans are plagued with this other fear of just not being enough. And how does this look whenever we're talking about business owners? This looks like, I don't know what to say, I'm not educated enough, I don't have enough experience, some form of the equation of I am not enough. Me by myself is not enough, I'm not going to know what to do, just something around that story of not being enough. So those are our main fears. And this is the top things that for sure holds us back. Don't want to sound salesy. We care a lot about what other people think of us. And we just have some kind of fundamental not enough kind of fear that we have going on. Number one thing that holds us back. The second thing that holds us back, very, very confident. And remember, I interviewed dozens of conscious entrepreneurs, so I know you're relating to this. But the second thing that I saw consistently is a lack of confidence. So what does this look like in our business? Confidence is such an interesting thing because I'm big time into confidence. You hear me say all the time, whoever has the most confidence wins all the time. Usually I say she who is most confident wins, but we got to include our boys too. So whoever is most confident wins the energy game every single time. And all of this is just one big old energy game. But we don't always identify or understand that we're lacking confidence. We can have like a conscious level of confidence, but if we're not taking action, then that hasn't sunk down to the core level of our being. And this confidence really looks like, it kind of goes along with that fear that we just talked about. This lack of confidence comes across as, I don't know what to say or how to say it when somebody asks me about my business. I don't know how to really summarize it. I don't know how to speak to them in a way that gets them engaged. Just that real fear of whenever I open my mouth, I'm not going to know what to say. So we just let opportunities pass us by. Kind of like that whole fear sounding salesy. We will either avoid at all costs sales conversations, or we won't act on them when the opportunity presents itself. Same thing with this confidence. You meet somebody, they're so cool, you're vibing, you really like them, you want to tell them about your business, but you're not opening your mouth about it. That is definitely a sign that you are lacking confidence. So what does that look like again? It looks like not knowing what to say or how to say it, and it also looks like a continual searching everywhere outside of yourself for the answers. Sound familiar? In this day and age, the current social media experience that we have as business owners and the way that marketing is changing, where it's a lot less buy now, come get my stuff, and a lot more here's some free information that will really help you out, now engage with me if you want to know more. There we can be inundated with everybody saying that they have the answer. I'm one of those. I'm going to tell you I've got the answer for you, but the difference between the approach that I bring is that you're going to know if the answer that I bring is for you because it's going to feel right inside of you. And I actually believe that you don't need anything from the outside to give you any more confidence, any more knowledge, any more enoughness. But just because of human nature and the way that we're really conditioned in our society, it can be all too easy to continually searching outside of yourself. And I see I got a couple comments here. Yes, it doesn't help because then I don't often mention it unless it's one broad post with no pressure on someone. Exactly, Rachel. We end up putting out this hey, I kind of sort of maybe got something for you, sort of maybe possibly kind of approach. And that doesn't convert into sales because you want to know what people are buying? You want to know what they're buying, Rachel? They're buying your confidence. So the more confidence that you have behind what it is that you're doing, the more attraction you're going to find with anything that you do. So yeah, we end up shortchanging ourselves. We avoid sales conversations. We don't open our mouth and start to share things. We're continually searching for answers outside of ourselves. And the another piece of that lack of confidence puzzle, another way that it displays itself, is about like just not trusting yourself enough to take the actions that you know you need to take. So it's like, well, okay, my coach said, or my business partner, or my upline, or my leader, or whoever, I'm following on Facebook says, all I got to do is this, this, and this. And I feel confident about doing this, this, and this. But I don't really know exactly what I'm going to say. What if I call and I'm interrupting them? What if it's dinner time? What if I'm bothering them? Those are the stories of lack of confidence. Because when you are super duper confident, you can say, I am confident that I can never connect with the wrong person at the wrong time. And that if it is the wrong time, they're not going to answer their phone. And if they do, it's a sign for me to move forward. That's confidence. And it's just a game changer. What else you got here, Rachel? I have to think about it differently. I have met with friends who know what I was doing and were interested, but I didn't want them to feel that our meeting was an ulterior motive, right? And so you answer them quickly. Answer them quickly and pull it back into the conversation because you don't want it all on you. It's such an interesting dynamic, this whole entrepreneur thing. We're like, I want everybody to see me and know what I'm doing, but I don't want anybody to look over here and see what I'm doing. It's a push-pull, and that's why a lot of us have that push-pull whenever it comes to life. If you have on again, off again results, it's because internally you're on again, off again. All of this is just feedback as to what's going on in here. And pardon me for a minute, my little mini-me is calling me. Yes, ma'am.
Can I have a Skittle?
No, ma'am. Remember, we already had a little sweet treat earlier today, so we're just going to watch a little strawberry shortcake and hang out for a bit, and then we'll talk about getting a snack when I'm done with my video, okay? Good? We'll find out in a minute if that's good or not. Okay. But the opposite is true. I know it's valuable to pretty much everyone. Right. So this is the conflict, right? This is the conflict, Rachel. We know that our product, our services change lives. You know how we know it? Because it changed ours. That's what sparked that little thing inside of this that says everybody needs to know this. And in fact, I would tell everybody for free. But if whenever I tell people I can make money and I can support my family, move my mission forward, make a bigger impact, go on more vacations with my family, have my husband home more often, whatever those reasons are, and all those reasons, I'm getting chills. I don't know if y'all can see this. All the hair on my arm standing up because this is our experience. If only I can just tell them about it, and then we end up shutting ourselves down, not getting the results that are possible because we have those fears, we lack confidence, and then we got one more thing that we're going to talk about. And Rachel, thank you. My daughter, she will be 4 in May, and she is an absolute doll. She really, really is. And anybody who has a toddler knows how, what a great opportunity they give us to practice managing our emotions and to embracing the proverbial surrender that is motherhood, the constant state of surrender. Anybody who asks me what's the hardest thing about being a mom? Constant surrender. Most challenging thing. I could probably do a whole workshop seminar around that, right? Okay, yes, thank you, Rachel. Yes, it's a challenge, a unique challenge in itself. Okay, so we have these fears. We don't want to sound salesy. We don't want people to judge us. We're worried that they're going to judge us, what we're doing, who does she think she is, talking all this health and wellness whenever she's had all these issues, whatever. We make up crazy stories. And then the second thing is that we lack the confidence. We don't trust ourselves to say the right thing. We don't trust ourselves to take the action. And we're looking for all those answers outside of us. So the third thing that is consistent with all of us conscious entrepreneurs is this underlying feeling that we're just not equipped. So this kind of plays into that not enoughness, right? That I mentioned about that fear of not being enough, but this constant feeling of not being equipped enough. And this could look like not having enough support at home, not having the support of a team, especially if you're in network marketing, multi-level marketing. Huge fan of the industry, but I've also done it and have felt like, I didn't have this team to back me up when all these other people that were super successful had this team that they could rely on and have meetings and challenges, and I don't have that. Right? Not feeling supported. And actually, that lack of support at home is consistent. It's a very, very real issue. that I plan on speaking more to, because I have learned how to tap into an unlimited source of support, and that's what I'm all about, helping y'all to do the same exact thing. Anything that works in my life, I'm just all about teaching y'all how to do it so you can have the same kind of experience. So not feeling equipped could look like I don't have enough support at home, I don't have the support of a team, I don't have the support of my family members. Everybody keeps asking me when am I going to get a real job. Any of this sound familiar? I know entrepreneurs that out earn every single person in their family, and their family are still like, yeah, so when are you going to stop playing around and get a real job, right? This has nothing to do with you people. It has everything to do with other people's mindsets. But it can leave us doubting and feeling like there's something wrong with the choices that we're making. Another way that not feeling equipped can show up is not moving past your comfort zone, and you're in this proverbial state of getting ready to get ready. Anybody been there? I certainly have. Wait, I'm getting ready to get ready, so then I'm going to be ready, but I got to get more ready before I'm going to be ready. So it's kind of like ready, aim. Okay, wait, let's go back to ready again. Ready, aim. No, wait, let's go back to ready again. Ready, aim, and you're never firing. So what happens when you don't fire? You don't get an opportunity to see where you're going to hit on the target, so you don't learn where you can make adjustments and correct your aim. So we get in this proverbial pattern. Rachel, I see that you're really relating to this. This ready, ready, ready. Yeah, last year, most of last year, that's where you were. Totally relate to that. I spent a big part of my, especially when I started trying to build multi-level marketing, there's such a stigma around that, and there's such a comfort zone that you have to leave in order to make it successful. Absolutely, the industry can work for anybody and everybody. One of the great things about it is that it's like the great leveler, but it's got a lot of stigmas around it, so it can be very challenging. And you always feel like, especially whenever you enter a business like that, you start day one behind and lacking what everybody else has. Even though you have access to all the same things, it really is this illusion that everybody else is more equipped than you are. So you spend all of your time getting ready to get ready. Okay, I think I'm back up here. Had a little pause there, but it looks like we're going again. Okay, so getting ready to get ready. So then that looks like, okay, Monday you're in your office, you're like, this week. And then you find yourself on Friday, and all you've done is moved your papers from like one side of the desk over to the other side of the desk. Maybe you moved to that side and then moved them back again, then put them back over on the other side. Right, uncalled for ones accepted. It's because of individuals. I missed what that last comment was about. Oh, my broadcast was interrupted. Yes, hopefully it's back. I'm just going to move along. Okay, so lack of feeling support. You're not going to be moving outside of your comfort zone. You're in a constant state of getting ready to get ready. Don't have that support of a team or your family at home. And spending valuable time, money, and energy seeking the answers without applying what you already know. Holy hello, right? You spend all this time and still searching for answers instead of taking a fraction of your time to actually integrate all these amazing tools that you're carrying around with you. Do you know what all these great tools in your little tool bag become if you don't actually use them and integrate them in your life? Baggage. They become baggage that weigh you down psychically, energetically. I've got a little Springer over here. I don't know if you can hear her, but that's what happens. So we all walking around with these really full tool bags. Maybe we're great at like tossing tools at other people. Oh, you know what you should do? You should try this. You should try this. You should try this. You should try tapping. You should try self-hypnosis. You should try all these great modalities that I know really work, but yet I'm not doing to myself. Therefore, I'm walking around feeling ill-equipped. Right? Sound familiar? All of these really resonate with me because I spend a long time doing it. And that really... You want to put your shotgun pajamas? I think you only have the bottoms up here. Do you want to put those on? Can you change them out yourself? We'll see how that goes. So that's what really fuels my mission forward now. This is my 11th year as an entrepreneur, and watching so many amazing people come and go, or not make the income that they really deserve to make. I'm one of them for a number of years, right? Even now, I mean, I would still love to grow my income some, not huge, but some, just to allow some more options in my life. That's really what we want. See, as conscious entrepreneurs, we don't really care about money. We care about options, and we want to be able to say yes to more of the options that feel great to us and our family and that fit the vision that we had for our life. So that's what fuels us forward. And we have to overcome these three things. We have to overcome the fear, we have to be able to tap into our confidence, and we have to get really in touch with the fact that we are fully equipped as is. You were born enough. And you have everything that you need to move your mission forward. And whatever you have or whatever you don't have, it will come to you along the way, but you have to keep moving forward. It's the action that activates. And this is why I created the 5-day Transform Fear into Confidence Challenge. And this is why I run it the first week every month over in the Consciouspreneur Club. So this is why I make it available to you month after month after month, because I made this challenge based on answering and addressing and solving these 3 problems for conscious entrepreneurs. Okay, bring it here. Y'all gotta see what's happening over here. We got a little munchkin hopping around with her legs in one handful. I don't know if y'all can see her. Yeah, silly times over here at the Rollins house. Well, I'm trying to do a video, but see, that's the beauty of life. And if there's one thing that I can relate in all of my relations to y'all, is that you don't have to be perfect in order to make an impact. And so my daughter's interruptions and stuff, I'm sorry, not sorry, because I'm a mom first, business second. That's the way it goes. You want to say hi, Keely? Excuse me. Oh, look at that face. Now see, when you go completely out of your comfort zone for this, right? Exactly. Okay, let's get this one leg at a time here. Lots of facepalm moments. Your advice, exactly, Rachel. We have to become our own clients. We have to practice what we preach. Hey, listen, if you're going to be on camera, no potty talk. We don't do potty talk here. What is this kid thinking? Okay, pants. I know what she's thinking. She's thinking, Mama, you go to the next episode. Put a strawberry shortcake for me and help me put on my pants. Okay, 1 foot, 2 foot. You got it? Okay, so you know what I did to come up with this Transform Fear into Confidence Challenge? I sat there and I said, you know what I'm going to do? I didn't sit there and think this. This is just what comes to me. So what came to me is to reverse engineer confidence. Excuse me. Reverse engineer action. Because over the years, I've seen people not take it, and I've seen people take it. I have taken it, and I have not taken it. And I was like, what's up with this? What is the real reason? Like, what is it that really determines if somebody takes action or not? And I found it to be one thing, and that one thing is confidence. If you are taking action, you have confidence in some form or fashion in order to move forward. If you're not taking action, even if it's something that you really want to be doing, especially if it's something you really want to be doing and you're not taking action on it, it's because some form or fashion you are lacking confidence. And when this confidence is in place, regardless if we like it or not, we're going to do whatever needs to be done. And when you're not taking that action, it always comes back to confidence. But confidence is like that first layer right underneath that shell of action. So externally, what do we see? We see action. Peel back that first layer of action, you find confidence. Keep pulling back the layers, you find day 1 of our Transform Fear into Confidence Challenge. Yes, practicing what we preach, Rachel, and that you typically do, and then sometimes you just forget. It makes no sense. No, it does make sense. It's the conditioning that we kind of undertake. We are very much conditioned by our society, especially here in the United States. I don't know where everybody else is, but here in the U.S., we have a very much of a not broke, don't fix it type of attitude. We don't go to the doctor until symptoms arise. We don't go on a weight loss program until we're overweight. We don't make these changes until there's like a catalyst or a reason. So we're really conditioned to just kind of fly underneath the radar as long as possible until something comes up. And then when something comes up, we pour all of our time, money, and energy into it to remedy it, to fix it. And a lot of times we finally get it fixed, and then we go right back into what we were doing to find ourselves in the same exact cycle again. And this is just kind of how life works. And what happens along the way is that you have to flip that around to where you can be proactive in your life instead of reactive. And what I'm really all about is getting you into that sweet spot where you can take radical responsibility in your life, meaning that you have the ability to respond in a way that's aligned with what you're most committed to and what your future vision is. And we can move out of that reactive state of being like life throws something at you, gotta react and do something. Life throws you something, gotta react and do something. And instead get into a place of radical responsibility. Then you actually begin to tap in to and live the life experience of what's really happening, which is that all of life is always consistently without a a beat, responding to it. So active life for ourselves in the proper flow and the proper unfolding, and life will begin to meet you every step of the way. It's doing it now. It's just going from your reactive state instead of your proactive state. So all of this kind of gets down to the core. What's at the core? The core of why you sometimes do what you tell your clients to do and other times you forget. It's because of the very, very core of all that action, all that confidence. So that's where our journey starts with the 5-day transform. Without self-love, you're going to be able to cattle prod yourself into so much action to get you so far that you're not going to have the unlimited and motivation and faith and knowingness and what do they call it, intestinal fortitude, if you don't have that solid core of self-love. So that's where we always got to start. All of our journeys always come back to loving ourselves more, not less, because whatever you're doing or you're not doing, you always deserve more love, not less. So that's what the Transform Fear into Confidence Challenge is all about. I take you all the way back to the core of self-love, and then I work layer upon layer upon layer until we get that out. And what's really cool is that because this challenge is for conscious entrepreneurs, I have brought you all these concepts from that perspective. So what does self-love look like when you incorporate it into your business? What does self-trust? What does clarity? What does confidence look like when you interweave these into your business? So I'm going to invite you today of the 5-day challenge, but don't sweat that. You can join day one. You can watch them all in one day if you want to, and taking them one at a time and not just listening. Begin to really integrate it. I got an action step every day. I invite you to come back over here to the Consciouspreneur Club and post about it so you can enter a drawing to win some really cool prizes and other awesome stuff. And yeah, I'd love some feedback on what you think of this challenge, if you found it to be helpful. I mean, everybody who's taken it on, I only get really positive feedback, but I want to know, where are your sticking points? You know, where are you finding challenging along this way? Because we can unpack that, and I can bring you more of that here in the Consciouspreneur Club as well. I see that I'm coming up on 30 minutes, and I really want to keep this like so that it's super digestible. But if you have any questions about the challenge, if you have any questions about confidence, entrepreneurship, if you're here in the Consciouspreneur Club and a member, then that entitles you to a complimentary session with me where I gift you with an hour of my time so that you can get super connected to your own intuition, come forth with the vision that you have for your life, self-identify what challenges are holding you back. You might have already some other ones, and then you'll leave that session with clarity and knowing what direction to go. What is your best next step to get towards that vision that you have in your life? And maybe it's something like taking this challenge. Who knows? Maybe it's something that's in a completely different direction that you hadn't even considered. But all that comes through on the session. So if you can use some clarity, then hit me up for that. If you can use some confidence, definitely join the challenge. And if you can use some more manifesting skills, I didn't even know I was going to say this, but I'm going to throw it out here. We get around the Consciouspreneur Mastermind. Totally kick-ass group. If y'all are not aware of this group, it's amazing. It's really just phenomenal. The level of players that are in that group, the level of content that gets poured into that group, it's amazing. But next week we're starting a manifestation workshop. We do a Consciouspreneur Master Series workshop every single month in the mastermind group. And it always follows this Transform Fear into Confidence challenge. So on the second week of every month. So if you are into or feeling called to hone your manifestation skills and your ability to manifest what it is that you desire in your life, hit me up about the mastermind, because You will love that group. It's phenomenal. It's like the Consciouspreneur Club, but like times 10, because these are really serious, really committed players in the game, and I drop everything that I got in that group. So if you like what's happening in the club, you want to take it a little bit deeper in depth, definitely hit me up about the mastermind. But I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope that you got a lot of really great tips along the way with me relaying this information, and I really hope that you feel encouraged to come over and participate in the Transform Fear into Confidence 5-day challenge, which is happening now for free in the Consciouspreneur Club. You can go to my website and buy it if you want to, but if you're here in the club, you can do it for free. So take advantage of it. Know that you're loved, and I'm here championing you on every step of the way. Thanks for hanging with this video for so long, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.